Happen Pharmaceuticals in association with Higher Secondary Principals Forum.
Hello learners, I welcome you to yet another session of mathematics. Here I am again teacher Archana Shetye from Don Bosco Higher Secondary to discuss chapter matrices and determinant. This is fourth lecture of this particular chapter. In the previous three lectures we discussed various concept of matrices and determinant, and then in the previous lecture I explained you all first method of finding inverse, and now we are going to the second method of finding inverse, and here we talk about inverse of matrix using adjoint method. So here the next method what we study, that is adjoint method. This method is very important in exam point of view. So let us look at the definition of it. So when you talk about adjoint method, here we find A inverse by using this formula. You can see here adjoint of matrix A I need to find, and that adjoint of matrix I need to multiply with the reciprocal of the determinant value. So basically if you look at the steps, I tried to put this method in stepwise so that you will have clear cut explanation to proceed further to find inverse of a matrix using adjoint method. So you can see the first method over here, first step over here. What we do is we first find determinant of the given matrix. Okay, so I explained you all before, if the determinant of given matrix is not equal to 0, that means if it is non-singular matrix, A inverse exists. So here we talk about, here A inverse exists. If the determinant of the given matrix is equal to 0, straight away you can say A inverse does not exist and stop. Now we proceed further with the second case, saying that the determinant of A is not equal to 0. It can be positive number, it can be negative number, but it cannot be 0. Perfect. So we proceed, we say A inverse exists. Since A inverse exists, we go to the second step. Now here see why, suppose if A inverse does not exist, we need to stop over here. We cannot proceed further, stop. Just mention A inverse does not exist, stop. But now what we say, we talk about now second case, saying that A inverse exists, and we proceed further. So step 2. Now step 2 tells me to find adjoint of matrix. Okay, now let us look at the third step. Once I get the adjoint of the matrix, what I do is I use above mentioned formula to get my work done. So now over here, whatever adjoint matrix I have, to that, here see what I do is I divide determinant value, or else I can say 1 by the determinant of this into adjoint of the given matrix A. Fine. So let us look at the adjoint of matrix. So let us look at how to find adjoint of given particular matrix. Now first we will talk about finding adjoint of square matrix of order 2. Okay, so over here when we talk about finding adjoint of matrix of order 2 by 2, remember here always we take square matrix. So over here step 1, So what is the step 1? Very important thing, that is we will be finding determinant, and every time I tell you the moment you need to find inverse of the matrix, first thing what you can do is you need to find determinant of the matrix. So once you find determinant of the given matrix, you will able to conclude whether determinant is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, you can say A inverse does not exist. If it is not equal to 0, you say A inverse exists and you proceed further. So here once we find determinant, we go to the step 2. Now step 2 is, here you can see 2 by 2 matrix. So what we do, we find adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix. So here what we do, we follow just 2 steps, and these are very important steps. So what I do, I interchange entries of principal diagonal. So which is the principal diagonal? This. So what I do, I interchange entries. You can see this is A11, you can see this is A22. This is my matrix A, this is first entry, this is second entry. What I supposed to do, I need to interchange these 2 entries. So what will happen now? You can see here A22 will come here, A11 will come over here. Perfect. We interchanged. Let us go to the second step. Second step tells you negate entries of minor diagonal. Now which is your minor diagonal? This is your minor diagonal. What I need to do, I need to keep these places as it is. But what I need to do, I need to negate them. Negate them in the sense, I need to give minus sign. So if this entry is negative of mine, so when I give negative sign, negative will become positive. So are you understanding? Just negate it. So if it is negative term, you will get it as positive term. So this is how you get the adjoint. So adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix you get directly here, this way. Once you get this adjoint, what you can do is, you can directly use formula. You can say A inverse equal to, you write the adjoint matrix over here, and this is also can be written as, you can see, the into your adjoint of matrix A. So 1 by the determinant value into the adjoint of matrix A. So 3 steps. First step, find determinant. Second step, find adjoint. Since it is 2 by 2 matrix, we follow 2 steps over here and we get our adjoint quickly. And then the third step says use formula and put your entries over there and get your work done. So if you do these 3 steps, you get your inverse quickly. Let us look at the problem. So whatever steps I told you all to follow, we need to follow exactly same 3 steps to get our work done, that is to get inverse of given matrix of order 2. So here we take example. So when I take example over here, I say find inverse of this matrix. Straight away this matrix is given, and what I need to do is I need to find A inverse. Okay, so when I want to find A inverse, I told you I need to follow only 3 steps. So here we go. First step says find determinant, and you know how to find determinant of matrix of order 2. So directly we find order here, determinant. So 5 2s are 10 minus, you multiply these 2 entries, 4 3s are 12. So when you subtract, you get it as minus 2. You say it is not equal to 0. That means the determinant of A is not equal to 0. That means it is non-singular matrix, and hence you say A inverse exists. Okay. Once you say A inverse exists, go to the second step. So what your second step says, you need to find adjoint. So to find adjoint, I gave you all very important quick method to find adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix. That is, you just, here see, the matrix is here. See, this is my principal diagonal and these are the entries given. I will interchange them. So 5 and 2, you can see I interchange, and these entries will remain as it is, but I need to negate them. So you can see minus sign, minus sign. So this is how directly I get my work done using this method. Directly it is mentioned how to proceed. And now I go to the third step. Third step says use formula. So this is what is the formula. So when I use this formula, A inverse equal to, what is the determinant value? You can see minus 2, which I found over here. So the determinant value, I take the reciprocal of it and I write into this matrix. What is this matrix? This is my adjoint. Okay, fine. This is my adjoint of given matrix A. I can leave this 1 by minus 2 as it is and I say the answer as this. Or what I can do is this minus 1 by 2 I multiply inside. So minus 1 by 2 into 5, I will get it as minus 5 by 2. Same way this will go to this and I will get it as 3 by 2. I get here as 2. Why? Because you can see minus 1 by 2 into minus 4. Minus minus becomes plus. Right, and this 2 will get cancelled and you will get it as this 2 and here you will get as 1 entry. Why? Because 1 by minus 2 into 2, what you get over here as 1. Okay, so this is quick method to get inverse of 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so far I am talking about finding inverse of 2 by 2 matrix using adjoint method. Okay, let us talk about finding inverse of matrix of order 3 using adjoint method. This procedure is little different than what procedure we followed over here. Okay, so here I am finding inverse of matrix of order 3. Okay, so I here again follows 3 steps. Okay, so first step, always for every method you need to find determinant of A and you need to conclude over there whether A inverse exists or whether A inverse does not exist. If A inverse does not exist, stop there. If A inverse exists, that means the determinant of the matrix is not equal to 0, you continue further to find adjoint and then you find inverse. Okay, so step 1 clearly mentioned over here, find determinant and check whether you get the determinant of A is not equal to 0. If determinant of A is not equal to 0, all is well. That means A inverse exists. But if determinant of A is equal to 0, all is not well. I mean to say here the A inverse does not exist. Okay, let us proceed further with the same next step, that is step 2. Now I am talking about adjoint of 3 by 3 matrix. I am talking about adjoint of 3 by 3 matrix. So here I use 2 terms. You can see minors and cofactors. So when I talk about finding adjoint of matrix of order 2, I don't follow the procedure what I followed in the previous case, but I proceed further by finding minors and cofactors. So let us look what are these minors and what are these cofactors. So here, now what is this cofactor term means? This cofactor of element. Now remember I am talking about cofactor of element. Okay, so I will talk about each and every element present over here. So there are altogether 9 elements, 3, 3, 3, 9 elements. So I denote it with Aij. Aij, okay. So if I talk about first element, I am talking about cofactor is A11. If I talk about cofactor of second element, I say it is A12, okay, and goes on, fine. So here the cofactor of an element Aij is denoted as here, this, denoted as this. Now here you can see minus 1 raised to I plus j. Now here if you talk about this basically means this here, this signs, okay. So here see minus 1 raised to, now what is this position? It is first row, first column, 1, 1, right. So I plus j, so 1 plus 1, what you get? 2. So you get minus 1 raised to 2, and you know minus 1 raised to even number is always 1. So what you get there as plus 1. Okay, now let us talk about the second here, this one. This is what? This is your 1, 2, right? What is the position? First row, second column. So I go to this definition now. So when I go to this definition, minus 1 raised to, I get 1 plus 2, that is 3, right? So you know minus 1 raised to 3 is always minus 1. So that's why you get over here as minus sign. Okay, same way this is what? 1, 3, right? So minus 1 raised to 1 plus 3, that's 4. So what you get over here? You get it as here plus 1, and that's how you get here as plus sign. So this is the way I need to proceed for remaining here. See, this is this, this, this and this and this. So this is how I get these signs, okay. You can see this is what? This is 2, 1, right. So 2 plus 1, that is 3. So you get it as minus 1 raised to 3. So you get it as minus 1. So this is how we proceed, and here you get here m into ij. Now what is this? M into ij here. Mij is nothing but minor of given element. Okay. So here I talk about minor of all these elements. So there are altogether 9 elements. So I will have 9 minors starting with M11, M12, M13, and then afterwards this is my first row. I will go for the second row, that is M21. I will talk about M22. I will talk about M23. I will talk about the third row, that is 31. I talk about M32. I talk about M33. So you can see all together how many minors you get. You get here as 9 minors for each element present in the given matrix. So what is minor? Basically minor is an element of here of element Aij is defined as determinant of the submatrix formed by deleting ith row and jth column. So basically I talk about finding determinant by deleting ith row and jth column. Perfect. So let us look at the third step. Now again third step says you need to use formula to get your inverse. So basically here also we are following 3 steps. Your first step, second step and third step, basically it's the same, only when you talk about 3 by 3 matrix the procedure is little lengthy, but when we talk about 2 by 2 matrix we use shortcut to get adjoint and we quickly get our A inverse. Now let us look at the problem and try to understand how you find adjoint of matrix of order 3. Okay, so here I have my matrix here and the order of it is 3, so I have 3 by 3, you can see. Now as I told you all, the adjoint, the moment I say adjoint, the adjoint is nothing but the, here's the transpose of cofactors. So basically what is the definition, what formula we use over here? The adjoint of matrix A is transpose of all cofactors of the given matrix. Now let us look at how you get minus, and from minus how you get cofactors. Okay, so I told you all, since there are 9 elements, you will have 9 minors. So you can see there are altogether 9 minors mentioned. Now over here, see, now look at it. I am talking about now first element. So you can see M11. You can see here M11 first element, okay. So what I do, I delete my first row and first column, and whatever elements I get, of that I will find the determinant. What determinant I am getting? I am getting determinant as 2. How? By expanding it further. So I don't have to discuss how I got this value. You know very well how you got this value. Now let us talk about the second. Now you can see 1, 2. The position is this 1, 2. So I am finding now minor of these 2. So what I do now, it is delete your first row, second column. You can see, you can get this. Okay, I write it in determinant form. When I expand, I get this as minus 34. Okay, similar way I proceed for 1. You can see 1, 3. I delete first row, third column. So you can see this. I am writing it in determinant form and I am getting it as 4 answer. So same way I proceed for here. See, I am talking about minor of this 5. So minor of this 5 is here. So what is the place? 2, 1. So I delete, you can see here, it is nicely deleted over here. So what I am getting, this determinant, I get it as minus 4. And same way when I proceed further, I will get all the minors of this corresponding entries. Okay, the moment I get these all minors, what I need to do is I need to get cofactors. Cofactors is very simple to find. Just remember, now you can see here, if you remember, I gave you all signs plus, minus, plus. Here I told you all minus, plus, minus. Here I told you all plus, minus, plus. Okay, now just remember whatever elements you have here, okay, here you can see here, okay, here. Only signs of that will change. Why? Because here the position is what? The position is 1, 2. What is the position here? Position is 2, 1. What position you have over here? The position is 2, 3. What position you have over here? The position is 3, 2. So when you add these all positions, what answer you get? You get it as odd number, and since you get it as odd number, you say minus 1 raised to odd number, which is equal to minus 1, and hence the entries here will change. Now you can see 1, 2, okay, so this will become plus 34. Okay, I talk about this now, second one. So this minus 4 will become plus 4, and I am talking about this entry. So this minus 8 will become plus 8. And when I talk about this here, you get here 49. So this 49 will become minus 49, and rest of the values will remain same. You can see Okay, so I need to put them here in order. You can see here it's 2 as it is given there, okay, then it is 34. I said it is plus 34, I mentioned plus 34, then there I said 4, so it remained as it is. Now this position, the value will change. There it was minus 4 if you see. Okay, it became now plus 4. So you are getting 4, here minus 22 remains as it is. This 8 changes basically. Why? Because you can see here minus 8, right? And the cofactor will be plus 8. And here see all these cofactors, when you put them in respective places, what you need to do is you need to take the transpose of it. Let me explain this once again. So here what we do is basically you can see here 2. This position remains as it is. This is changed. Why this is changed? I explained you here, you get it as minus 34, it becomes plus 34, this is same, this will change, this is same, okay, this will change, same way, this will remain same and this will change again, same way, this will remain same. Okay, so now once you put them, once you put all cofactors in their respective places, what you need to do is you need to take transpose. Okay, so when we find transpose, what we do is this row, what happens is this row now will come as this column. Okay, so first row will come as first column 2, 34, 4. You can see 2, 34, 4. Second row will come as second column. You can see 4 minus 22, 8, 4 minus 22, 8. And the third row will come as third column and you get it as 13 minus 34. Sorry, minus 49 minus 19, and this is nothing but the adjoint of given matrix. Okay, so this is little lengthy procedure, but you must do it. There is no option left. The moment you get a matrix of order 3, you must proceed further to get minors. And from minors, you must get cofactors of all 9 elements and you need to place them in corresponding places, and then you must take the transpose of the matrix what you get. Okay, and this is how you get adjoint. The moment you get adjoint, you proceed further to your third step, that is using formula you find the inverse of given matrix. Now whatever method I discussed, finding adjoint using minors and cofactors, we can use same method for 2 by 2 matrix also. But the previous method what I taught you all of direct method finding adjoint is very efficiently used than this method. If you still want to proceed, here the method is given. You can see here adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix using minors. You can see here I found minors, I found cofactors over here. Here you can see minors, and then using minors I found cofactors. Very simple. What I need to do is, see, I am finding minor of this, right? So what I do, I delete this, what is left? 5. So this 5 is my minor. Now you know, you can see here, you say plus, minus, minus, plus, right? So this is plus, so this remains as it is. Now I talk about second. Second is what? See, I am interested in minor of this place, right? So what I do, I delete this, what is left is 3. So you have 3 as minor, and now you can see at this place what sign I have? Negative sign, right? So now this 3 will change to minus 3. Okay, let me go to the second column. You can see here second column. So I am talking about this minor. So what I do, I delete this, this value is left. So 4 is minor of this place, right? Now I want to find cofactor. So cofactor is what? You can see the negative sign given here. So the 4 will change as -4. And again, when I talk about minor of this, same thing I will be doing, delete that row and that particular column. What is left is 2. So 2 comes over here. I am finding the cofactor of the same place, and you see here it's a plus sign. So this 2 will remain as 2. So what happened here? This changed and this changed, but these values remain same. Basically I am doing the same thing over here. See, this is my previous method what I have discussed. You can see shortcut method what we had discussed. Here what we do, we interchange entries of your principal diagonal. So you can see this is 2, 5. You can see when you interchange you get 5, 2. It's done, and you negate the entries of minor diagonal. So your minor diagonal is 4 and 3. You see here the answer you get it as -4, -3. So basically this what you are getting after using all these calculation, we can get it directly just using 2 steps, that is interchange entries of your principal diagonal and negate the entries of your minor diagonal. Okay, so this shortcut method is more efficient than using minors and cofactor in terms of 2 by 2 matrix. But when you consider 3 by 3 matrix, minors and cofactors are essential. Okay, so let's proceed further with the problems of finding A inverse of matrix of 3 by 3 order. Okay, so let us look at the problem over here. So the problem is find inverse of matrix. This matrix is your 3 by 3 matrix. So basically first step says you need to find the determinant. We found determinant. We got determinant as not equal to 0. Basically that means I say it is you can see non-singular matrix. That means A inverse exists. So this is very important to state, and in exam also there are marks for this step. Okay, so it is very important to say the determinant of A is not equal to 0, hence it is non-singular matrix, hence given matrix is invertible, or you can say A inverse exists. We go to step 2. What your step 2 tells you? Step 2 tells us that find the adjoint of 3 by 3 matrix. The moment you say 3 by 3 matrix, your minor come into the picture and cofactors comes into the picture. We discussed the same problem before. Okay, how to find minors and cofactors. So directly I considered this matrix. Okay, so the adjoint is nothing but, you can see the matrix you get how? By writing all the cofactors in their corresponding places and taking its transpose. Okay, so after we do all this, we get this. Here you can see, here we get this. Here you can see this is all cofactors I wrote, okay, in their respective places. Okay, you can see I wrote all cofactors in their respective places, and what I do is I take transpose. So what I take transpose. This first row will become first column, second row will become second column, and third row will become third column. How you got it, we already discussed in our previous slide, so you can refer. Since we already discussed, I considered this directly Okay, so see that you follow your previous slide and get it done. So we get this edge joint. Okay, now after we get edge joint, we go to our third step. So third step is to get inverse, the actual step what we are interested in. Previous two steps are just the necessary steps to get all the resources. Okay, so we actually now require A inverse. So we find A inverse using our previous two steps. So here we use formula. So what is that formula? A inverse equals, you can see this here. What is happening? We take the determinant of matrix A, we got it as 90. Okay, you can refer previous slide, you will get the value that is 90, we found there 90 as a determinant value, and we found adjoint. Okay, so that adjoint matrix I write. Now here what we do is, here we just keep these as it is, or if I want, like I will multiply this 1 by 90 to each element to get our work done. But I insist you people not to waste time. You just write 1 by 90 into matrix and you stop. This is how you get inverse of matrix. Now let us talk about practice problems. Here I gave you all two problems. You can see here you need to find inverse of following matrix. The matrix A is given here, the order is 2 by 2, and here you have second matrix, the order of this is 3 by 3. So when you talk about first problem, you can directly use shortcut to find adjoint. Okay, adjoint of matrix A, and you can get your work done. But when you talk about second problem, yes, you need to find minors. Okay, you need to find corresponding cofactors. Okay, then you need to take the transpose of all those to get your adjoint of given particular matrix A. Okay, and then you can find A inverse. So the answers are given to you all, so you can practice those and tell your answers. Okay, let us proceed for the next. Let us talk about certain facts or certain theorems based on our adjoint of matrix and invertible matrix. Okay, so let us discuss some theorems which are very important in exam point of view. You can get these for MCQ. Okay, so you can have a look at this. Here the first theorem says, if matrix A is any square matrix of order n, then this is getting satisfied. So basically the matrix A into the adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A into matrix A, which is nothing but the determinant value into your identity matrix. Okay, so remember this. The second theorem what you have over here, that is the determinant of the product of matrices is equal to the product of respective determinants. What does it mean? Here you can see here A into B, when you multiply and you find the determinant value of these two matrices when you multiply, okay, whatever you get, whatever answer you get, that is equal to the determinant of matrix A into determinant of matrix B. Simply it is given in this way. So you suppose you have matrix A, you suppose have matrix B. Okay, so what is happening over here, when you multiply these two matrices, so over here see these are square matrix. Okay, so obviously it is defined, A into B is defined. Okay, and when you find the determinant of this product, whatever answer you get, that is equal to the product of the determinant values of single matrix. Okay, this is what it means. Fine. So here let us talk about third one. If A is non-singular matrix of order n, then you can see this is the equation what it satisfies. So basically the determinant of the adjoint is equal to the determinant of your original matrix A to the power n minus 1. Now here see the order is n, right? So the power will be n minus 1. Suppose the order you have as 3. So if you consider non-singular matrix of order 3, so what will be the index over here? It will be the determinant of given matrix raised to 3 minus 1, that is 2. Okay, suppose the order is 2. So what will be the power here? 1. Okay, so on. Fine. Remember, we restrict ourselves at 3 by 3 matrix only. We are not proceeding further for 4 by 4 matrix, 5 by 5 matrix. Nah, only till 3 by 3 matrix we consider over here in the chapter of matrices. Okay, so let's proceed further with the fourth theorem. If A is non-singular matrix of order n, then you can see this is the definition what it must get satisfied. And then here the fifth one, if A and B are non-singular matrices of same order n, then you can see the adjoint of the product is equal to adjoint of matrix A into adjoint of matrix B. Okay, these are the facts which are proved. So what you can get over here, that is MCQ kind of question. So please remember these facts. Okay, so the sixth theorem, A is non-singular matrix of order n, then you can see the adjoint of adjoint matrix A. Okay, how you get adjoint? By taking the transpose of cofactors. So you must remember the formula is equal to the determinant of the original matrix to the power n minus 2 into A. Okay, so these are few theorems which are important in exam point of view, important in terms of your competitive exams like JEE. So you people need to remember these theorems, these facts very well. Okay, with this theorem we finished the entire topic of invertible matrices. In this topic we discussed two methods of finding inverse. In first method, we show given particular equation exists and then we find A inverse. In second method, which is very important method, here we use adjoint method to find inverse and we solve problems of inverse. There we use two methods. First method is finding inverse of 2 by 2 matrix using direct method of adjoint, and second method we use to find inverse of 3 by 3 matrix using minors and cofactors. So learners, you need to have more practice, and for that many problems are given as practice problems. Just pause video and get those problems, solve them. Answers are also provided over there. Check your answers and get good marks in this particular topic, as this topic is very, very important. So the next topic we will discuss for next class, that is solving the linear equation using matrix inversion method. So again the same inverse we will take and we will proceed. So how to find inverse is very important using your adjoint method. Okay. So thank you so much.
Prudent Scholars, powered by Lupin Pharmaceuticals.